Hello everyone, my name is Brian Montano from Charles R. Drew University in Los Angeles, California. Thank you for clicking on our presentations. My colleagues and I hope you enjoy the information. Today I will be discussing how social determinants of health, race, and ethnicity influences substance use among adolescents in the United States. Substance use in adolescence is a national health concern in the U.S. About 50% of teenagers have misused a drug at least once in their lifetime, and approximately 4% of American adolescents suffer from substance use disorder. In 2017, 1 million adolescents suffered from substance use disorder. Social determinants of health are conditions in the environments which people are born into, live in, learn, work, play, worship, and age that affect a wide range of health and quality of life outcomes and risks. Social determinants of health have been identified as key contributing factors to substance use in American adolescents. The purpose of this narrative review was to examine social determinants of health, including protective factors, risk factors, and racial and ethnic differences, and patterns contributing to substance use in American adolescents. We used the PubMed database to search and conduct a narrative literature review. Studies were utilized if they included social determinants of health and adolescent substance use in the United States. Studies were categorized into protective, risk, and interactive effects. The three most common substances that were studied in connection to social determinants of health in adolescents included marijuana, alcohol, cigarettes. We classified the social determinants of health into protective factors and risk factors. Protective factors can be defined as resources and conditions that enhance the quality of life that can significantly influence population health outcomes. Household income above the national median and parental education above high school were identified as protective factors. Risk factors can be identified as social determinants and conditions that can negatively impact an individual's population and overall health and quality of life. For our study, poverty and low academic achievement were identified as risk factors. Substance use disproportionately affects minority populations, specifically Native Americans, Blacks, and Latinos. Native Americans consistently show the highest level of substance use among adolescents. Protective factors of social determinants of health showed a stronger association in whites than Black and Latino adolescents, a pattern consistent with minorities' diminished returns. Minorities' diminished return states that protective factors will provide a smaller health benefit to an ethnic minority compared to the majority group. Racial and ethnic minorities and adolescents with low social determinants of health are less likely to receive treatment for substance abuse or substance use disorders. Social determinants have been identified as determinants of American adolescent substance use, while adolescents were less likely to use substance with parental education beyond high school and a household income above the national median income. These effects are more pronounced for whites than Black and Latino adolescents. A multifactorial relational approach between social determinants of health and substance use is necessary to determine how they influence an individual to participate in a certain risky behavior. I would like to take this time to thank Charles R. Drew, the Urban Health Institute. I would like to thank our mentor, Dr. Shervin Assari, for your unwavering support and guidance, my co-authors, Chanel Bailey and Elizabeth Sarkisian, and the NIH for funding.